Hi everyone! In today's video, I would like to share with you 5 ways to simplify your life. Now listen, I know there are a number of videos out there on this very exact topic. However, I would like to take a more psychological approach on the subject. Just because I know you probably have a lot of things on your mind, being in finals week and all. So if you want to know some psychological tips on how you can declutter your mind so you can focus all that energy and brain power on acing your exams, then definitely keep on watching. Number 1, visual clutter and stress. Have you ever felt like a giant mess when you found yourself in a giant mess? A psychological study actually found that clutter, or being in a messy environment, triggers the areas of your brain associated with stress. So yes, you are more likely to be irritable, inattentive, and more likely to procrastinate if you're surrounded by a mountain of stuff. Cinderella, wash the dishes, Cinderella. So then, what are 2 simple ways we can take preventative action to make sure we don't find ourselves in this messy situation without having to sacrifice like a full day to clean your house or your room? Number 1, put it back after you're done with it, versus waiting until all that clutter starts to accumulate and then whoop, instead of focusing on studying, you're focusing on cleaning your desk before studying. Number 2, dedicate literally 10 minutes or even 5 minutes every single day to clearing up one small area in your room or in your house. It can be as easy as cleaning your desk or making your bed. This again is just a preventative way to make sure all that mess doesn't accumulate throughout the week, so then you waste your precious time on the weekend thinking about your chores instead of all those formulas you have to remember. Number 2, the myth of multitasking. There is a very famous Chinese proverb that goes, "A man who chases 2 rabbits catches neither." This is a fact. We are not multitaskers. The brain cannot multitask. What it does, it engages in task switching. So like turning the light switch on and off. And this is very taxing on your brain. It's very tiring because it has to stop one thing and then completely start something else within like a few seconds. An article I found on Psychology Today called "The True Cost of Multitasking" reported that multitasking can actually decrease productivity by up to 40%. So you know what? Let's hold hands and stop fooling ourselves. Here is something less taxing on the brain that we can do. Clustering similar activities together. So like allocating 1 hour in your day to just replying and reading emails instead of just trying to do some work but every 5 seconds, ding. Number 2, create themed weeks by trying to do those famous mini weekly goals that I keep telling you about because they work. This will make you more likely to not get carried away with irrelevant tasks and not spread yourself thin. Number 3, freeing up your mental space. Believe it or not, one of the main reasons why successful people always talk about routines and habits is because these are automatizations, automatic behaviors that free up your mental space, your mental energy to actually get the important work done without having to think so hard on every single choice and decision throughout your day. Yes, trying to pick an outfit in the morning is taxing on your mind. Yes, trying to figure out what your plan of attack is every time you have to sit down to study is extremely taxing on your mind because you're tiring your brain with many tiny decisions. So then it is no surprise that it's trying to give into distractions and procrastinate as a way to just relax after all that work you put it throughout the day. I have done a number of videos on productive routines and productive habits, so I'm gonna link a few in the description down below. Please, if you don't have a morning routine, a night routine, check out those videos and try to implement some of them, and you will see it will make a world of a difference. Number 4, the dark side of social comparisons. It has been proven time and time again that constant comparisons to other people, to who you see on social media, to probably people that do the same thing as you, can have extremely detrimental mental health consequences like excessive worrying, excessive negative self-thoughts. All of this is taxing on the mind, and you're not able to focus on yourself. You should only be competing with yourself. If this is a topic that you would like me to speak more in depth about, give this video a thumbs up so I know. But for the sake of time and for this video, every time you feel those little jelly feelings when you see someone with, a girl with beautiful legs, okay, and you're short, instead of saying, wow, I'm so short and she's so tall, sigh, try saying something like, I'm short, but that booty though. Notice, I didn't say I'm short, but my booty is better than hers, because that involves comparison. Don't compare. We all have our good, our bad, and the ugly. And literally no one is better than you or worse than you, because you can't compare apples with oranges. And finally, number 5, the power of limiting choice. In the book called The Paradox of Choice, the author Barry Schwartz says that having too many choices contributes to dissatisfaction, mental paralysis, so overthinking, and even depression. We live in a world filled with choices. However, it has been found that the brain has trouble or gets overwhelmed if we have to compare more than 5 things at once. So if you want to declutter your mind, if you don't want to just get yourself in a block and be like, okay, you know what, I don't want to buy. Limit your choices or your comparisons to 5 things. To give you an example, if you're trying to get into grad school, don't start looking at 30 schools. Focus on, let's say, your top 5 or your top 3 and do the research. Put in the work to those 3. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe to me if you like what you see, because I post videos every Thursday. Don't worry, the finals are almost over, and if you want me to do some book reviews, book hauls, or any other fun ideas for summer, please leave them in the comments down below, because I'm looking for some inspiration. Thank you guys, good luck once again, and I will see you next week. Bye!